It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers under the lights on Sunday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense. And
there he was in the slot for the catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here comes the Kansas City offense, and in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Play is under review.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And remember, this drive started off their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to a little reset and try something different.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on third and goal. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On second and very short, Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. There's that high motor that made George Karlaftis a day-one draft pick. This continuous effort to get there for the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Sony Michel, his first carry. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Pulling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Herbert. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Here we go with Michel. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 19 yards for Sony Michel. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only the first, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest, they were shooting for the first down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They come up now, third and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. First and 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now it's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on fourth down. Hopkins' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Mahomes now on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out-cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 7 and a first down, Chiefs.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. He's got it to the 43 here.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 28-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, the obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are once again back in front. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll find Everett there, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Up the middle with Eckler. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. It's Eckler again. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. Herbert now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert as they have taken the lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 17-14. What a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes going to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on
Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this down to around the 7-yard line.
He's actually go down the very simple routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes to throw once more. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
At the 7-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Caught on the slant. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mahomes now to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st down now, a run with McKinnon. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Here comes a 7th play now in this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Butker's kick here is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 31, Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
And better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This is caught by Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front.
So this game tied at the half, and we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's go, fellas. Let's get some up.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And some space here. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. So they've got the football and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and they have regained the lead. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers getting set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now it's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. On the give, this is Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
I know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 7 catches for him now. And this last one, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert over the middle, complete. It's Williams. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Here is Eckler. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And Allen's got it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do it, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 72 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Dancing to his... Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Man open left side, it's Williams. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. KC's offense ready to take over. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Kyle Van Noy, his 2nd sack of the night.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That completion outside in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Eckler looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Eckler, they run left side. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. It's Eckler again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He's made 2. He's missed 1. This time for the win. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.